start with magic ring. And inside the ring we have to make 15 double crochets. Okay, 15 double crochets. Pull on the strand to close the ring, and then to finish the round make a slip stitch into the third chain. Here's the initial chain 3 that we made. Here's the first, it's not very visible, the first, the second and the third chain stitch. Go in there and make a slip stitch. Round 2, start with chain 3 and a double crochet into the same stitch where the chain 3 came from. Then 2 double crochets into the next stitch and one more. Then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, two double crochets into the next stitch. Okay. Make 2 double crochets in each stitch and I'll wait for you at the end. So when you reach the end, finish the round with a slip stitch into the third chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, go into the third chain, but instead of making a slip stitch with the pink yarn, take the white yarn, put it on the hook and pull through the stitch and through the loop. Okay, like this. And now we continue with round 3. On round 3 we are going to work with the white yarn. Chain 1 and make 1 single crochet into the same stitch from which the chain 1 came from. Okay, like this. Then 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Basically you have to make 1 single crochet in each of the stitches until you reach the end. To finish the round, take again the pink, the purple yarn and insert the hook into the first single crochet right here. Take the yarn, pull through the stitch and pull through the loop and make a slip stitch there. And you should have 32 chains around. Okay, let's start round 4. But before that you can cut off the white yarn. We're not gonna be needing it for now. You can hide the ends or you can leave them for the end. And now round 4, chain 3 and make double crochet into the same stitch like this. Then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, make 2 double crochets in each stitch, and I'll show you how to finish the round. Okay, here is how it's looking so far. To finish the round, just make a slip stitch into the third chain stitch. Round 5. To start, chain 5. Okay, here's the next stitch. Skip that and go into the next one and make 1 double crochet, then chain 2. Let's skip this stitch and into the next 1 double crochet, then chain 2, skipping the next stitch into the other, 1 double crochet, chain 2, skipping this stitch into the next one, 1 double crochet. Okay, chain 2, skip the next stitch into the next one, 1 double crochet. Okay guys, repeat the same steps and I'll wait for you at the end of the round. Okay, I just did the last double crochet. We're gonna leave this stitch empty, and now chain 2, and to finish the round just make a slip stitch into the third chain stitch, 1, 2 and 3. Let's start round 6. Chain 3, and into this chain space here make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then 1 double crochet in the stitch above this double crochet here, like this, chain 2, skip this chain space here. We're going directly above this double crochet into the stitch above it, make double crochet, like this, then 2 double crochets into the chain space, and 1 double crochet above the next double crochet, like this, then chain 2, we're skipping this chain space here, going directly above the double crochet, 1 double crochet, now 2 double crochets into the chain space, and 1 double crochet above the next double crochet, and chain 2. Okay, these are the steps. I'll wait for you at the end. To finish the round, so you can see I made the last group of double crochets here. Make chain 2 and finish it with a slip stitch into the third chain, 1, 2, 3. And this is how it's looking so far. So let's start round 7. Skip the first stitch here, go into the next one and make a slip stitch, and then into the next one also slip stitch, and slip stitch into the chain space. Okay, now chain 3, and we have to make 3 double crochets into the chain space, 1, 2 and 3. chain 2, and into the same chain space, just squeeze this a little bit to the side, into the same chain space make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. Now we're moving on to the next chain space, and there we'll start with 4 double crochets. Here we made only 3, but the chain plays the role of the 4th double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, squeeze them a little, and 4 more into the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have to make the same stitches in each of the chain spaces. 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets in the same place. Okay, repeat the same, and now wait for you at the end. To finish the round, just make a slip stitch as usual in the 3rd chain stitch. So here is the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. Just going in there and making a slip stitch. Okay, let's start round 8. Chain 4, and now we're going to work in each of these stitches here. Go into the 1st stitch and make a double crochet, then chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, and 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1. We are moving onto the chain space. There we have 1 double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, chain 1, and 1 more, chain 1. So into the chain space we have 3 double crochets separated by chain 1. Okay, let's continue with the next group of stitches. Start here into the 1st one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. In each of these stitches we're going to make 1 double crochet separated with chain 1. Go into the 1st one, 1 double crochet, chain 1. Going to the next one, 1 double crochet, chain 1, going to the 3rd stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and into the last stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 1. And now we move on to the next group of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 double crochet in the 1st stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the 2nd stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the 3rd stitch, chain 1, and 1 double crochet in the last stitch, chain 1. Now inside the chain space, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 2nd double crochet there, chain 1, and the last double crochet, chain 1. Okay, now continue the same with this group, and then continue with the next group. repeat these steps, and I'll wait for you at the end to show you how to finish it. Okay, let's finish the round together. So I just made a double crochet into the last stitch, and here we have the initial chain 4. So to connect them, chain 1 and find the third chain. 1, 2, 3. Here's the fourth one. Into the third chain, make a slip stitch. And this is how it should look so far. So we're done with the purple yarn. Chain 1 and cut off the yarn. We'll hide this end later. Okay, round 9 is our last round. So let's start. Here's where we finished the previous round. Go between the 2 double crochets, take the loop and make 1 chain and chain 3 like this. So go between the next 2 double crochets and make 1 single crochet, chain 3, go between the next 2 double crochets and 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet between the next 2 double crochets, chain 3, 1 single crochet. Okay, you have to have 22 single crochets. Repeat until you have 22 single crochets, and then I'll show you how to continue. So I've made the 22 single crochets. Here's how far I got. So I forgot to tell you that you don't have to count the first stitch. Start from the second and count 22 single crochets. So remove the hook, and we're going to count backwards 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And between the 12th and the 13th stitch, insert the hook, grab the loop and pull it through this chain space here. So it looks like this so far. Chain 1 and then go between the next 2 double crochets and make 1 single crochet. So from here on we continue the same way. Make 22 single crochets as you count this time the first single crochet, and then go back again 12 single crochets. Okay, so first step, let's make the 22 single crochets. Okay, so I made the 22 single crochets. Here we are. Remove the hook from the yarn and let's count back. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. between the 12th and the 13th single crochet, insert the hook in the chain space, then take the loop and pull it through the chain space and chain 1. And then make 1 single crochet between the next 2 double crochets. Chain 3, 1 single crochet between the next 2 double crochets. Okay, guys, so these are the steps. Now make again 22 single crochets, then count back, and between the 12th and the 13th single crochet, connect the ends. Okay, wait for you at the end to show you how to finish it. So let's finish the round together. I'm at the end. Here is the first chain 3 that we made at the beginning. Now chain 3 and make a slip stitch in the first chain. So here is the third chain, actually the second, and here at the bottom is the first chain. Go in there and make a slip stitch, then remove the hook, and now count backwards 12 single crochets, and between the 12th and the 13th stitch, insert the hook, grab the loop and pull it through, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. So this is how it looks so far. We just have to hide these ends and we are done. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!